Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification cast this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 1 vs 1 odd meeting of minds. Playing on the left side as the Dark Eldar, we've got Roman 228. And playing on the right hand side as the Chaos Space Marines, we have got Cookie. Cookie will be opening up with quadruple Cultist squads, a Chaos Armory and a Plasma Generator. Whereas Roman 228 is going to go for a couple of Mandrakes, a Dark Foundry, and a Plasma Generator. So we are indeed in Unification, but these are old school factions, knocking knees like in the days of yonder, and ready to throw down all kinds of mischief and mayhem on the battlefield today. Now I do quite like the old factions in Unification, just because, you know, they're quite similar to how they were in the old. It's just that they've got a little bit more in the way of toys to play with. Quite often they will start off very much similar to how they would in Soulstorm, but then as the game goes on, they unlock more bits and bobs for them to play with. That's when you see these divergings in their stratagems. Obviously, Chaos are going to go for the Cultist into grenade launchers for some of their boys. They've got double Plasma Generators. That implies a quick tier 2 as fast as humanly possible. Whereas Dark Eldar are going for that Dark Foundry and a Homunculus Laboratory. So maybe a couple of Reaver jet bikes to fandangle these Cultists with their high DPS and such. Especially when they get into tier 2 and they get that Reaver targeting module, will be able to wipe the floor of these Cultists very quick, sharpish. So the moment Cookie sees, well, I mean, I don't know if he'll go into the base and see this, but... Oh, wait. All right, no, ignore me entirely. You're not going to build anything from the Dark Foundry at the moment. You're going to go for your tier 2 as quickly as humanly possible. Hope that Chaos don't go aggressive in the early game and then just go straight for that Reaver targeting module. I think that might be the idea. It might not harder to predict in Unification, as I say, because obviously they've got more toys to play with. Chaos have also got some good stuff going on in tier 2. I mean, their vehicle selection in tier 2 is remarkable. In Soulstorm, they're limited to what? The Rhino, Predator, Defiler, and Helltalon, whereas they've also got access to the mighty Vindicator, which is always a good sign for fun times to come for the Chaos Space Marines, as that's really good for, I mean, especially for the Eldari if they get, well, the Eldari, sorry, the Drukari, if they go for their jet bikes, because they will blow them up, so all good stuff ahead, I imagine. Got Mandrakes moving forward, and before anyone says, I can see some of you already typing in the comments. I know where you live, I can see through your webcam that you're already typing saying, Mr. Landshark, when has Unification been updated for Definitive Edition? Soon! I don't know when, but soon. That's what they say. That's what the Unification Discord says. It might be a bit delayed, but you know what? The people who do it, they've got day jobs. They've got cats and family to see and other shenanigans. So, you know, just give them time, boys and girls. We're all tired at this time of year. We're all tired at all times of the year. So just chill out, man. Just chill out. Mandrake's tempted to do some stuff like capturing the critical location, but they've been chased away by these Cultists and their grenade launchers, but tier 2 has been finished. There is the Homunculus Laboratory, and there is the Reaver targeting module, so we'll be seeing those jet bikes, I assume. I mean, there's no other reason why you would go for that, unless, of course, you were going to go for some bikes. So the Cultists need to strike, and they need to strike hard and fast. As much damage as humanly possible. They've already almost killed one Mandrake squad, so can they finish the job? Moving forward, capturing the critical location in the centre. No countdown victories on for them there, so it won't be too much of a problem. And the mighty Russian flag flying above Roman 228. You might think he's Italian by his name, but no. No, he is Ruski through and through. Even got the star and the farming equipment in there. And now the Cultists see the flag and say, sorry, mate. Didn't mean to bother. We'll just hide in the heavy cover for the moment. I suppose don't really have the most building damage done, so if they start doing stuff, they will inevitably get poked and prodded by the Mandrakes. May as well just chill out for the moment. Gonna mass them going. They do have their demonic corruption research, so it will increase their overall DPS and such. And there is a Reaver jet bike looking to hunt down any kind of Cultists that are knocking about. Long walk around the side to get to the listing post, but the relic is always a good thing to try and slice down as quickly as humanly possible. You have a lot of listing posts being upgraded there, so going into, in fact, all of them, and 4 plasma generators. Cookie here has decided to go full economy. What is your economy at the moment then? 140 and 50. That is incredible sized economy. We're also in tier 2 as well. So we've got money to play with. Just waiting to see what the Dark Eldar will do before doing anything else. They will lose a listing purse to all these magics that now also have not plasma. You are poison. Poison blades. But one single Reaver jet bike. 2 Reaver jet bikes. That is going to very quickly turn these cultists into red smears on the ground. Gone for infiltration. That will help them stay alive for a little while, but the Dark Eldar can just essentially pop down a piercing vision global ability, which is what they've done on this dude here, as you can tell by the little purpley shiny thing on them. So the infiltration will not save them in the short term, and it doesn't take much of a term to be able to kill all the cultists. So the entire Chaos army is now brown-breaded. There's that Chaos Vindicated there. AoE damage, one shot on the Reaver jet bike will also kind of touch base with the rest of the guys going around. So 2 listing purse and 2 points are about to be decapped. Third one is going down, although it will take him a little longer to kill on account of the Mandrakes now having to capture all the other bits. So I suppose the Reaver jet bike is decapping the relic here as well. Hope we don't have any more to it, but the dancing cultists are dead, which is unfortunate. So going to get Warp Smith instead. He'll be a little bit more durable. There's a Vindicator. One blast kills 1 Reaver jet bike. Also that AoE damage to slow him down a bit. Quite a slow firing rate. But these guys are now going to have to be really, really careful of this dude. Huge explosion again. And 1 Mandrake sent flying into the hills. Can they get that decap on the strategic point? 1 man dead. If they were standing closer, that would have been something different, but they managed to get it. Really frustrating for the Force of Chaos, but that mighty investment into their tier 1 economy has let them have a little bit of money saved up for themselves. So Defiler, in fact, going to go for 2 Defilers, and now some more infiltrated cultists for the recapture of their homeland. There's the Reaver jet bikes. Now got the racks on the front lines. Quite a durable melee unit are the racks in comparison to the standard flimsy nature of the Drukhari's infantry roster. And very quickly, those Reaver jet bikes go down, but the listed person has been killed and is now been decapped as well. Warpsmith over here looking to... that's so frustrating. Incredibly frustrating. Trying to scupper their attempts at reclaiming their rightful land. Monkless moves on forward, will spot the infiltrated cultists, giving the Reaver jet bikes plenty of time to open a kind of pass, as it were. Indicator moving on over, but doesn't quite have the attention span as it turns over to look at the racks. Defiler spinning around, he'll notice he's able to go for a heavy bolter, twin las cannons, or a Havoc missile launcher, depending on what's here and what stuff's going on for you. So Defiler's being a little bit more flexible than the vanilla counterparts. The Mandrakes are being brought low. Monkus gets out of there. Relatively little health been lost. And yeah, just a mass of Defilers to back the cultists. Good economies there, 56 and 60. And 104 and 40. Now going to go for tier 3. So they've done the damage to the Chaos Space Marines economy. And now if they can just keep that economy damaged, they'll be in a really good space for the late game things going on. They've got a thermoplasma generator as well, which is always a cracking thing to have from their perspectives. Yeah, like the Rex just... Don't get me wrong, durable infantry, still not as durable as other factions' durable infantry, but don't expect it from the wiry creatures of Kamara. Just gonna slowly meander their way back home. Still having to sort out all the Mandrakes in the base, but it looks like Chaos have now finally stabilised. But Not sure who you were firing at, but take that, you rascal. I imagine is what the Vindicator driver is saying. Not sure if the Vindicator or the Force of Chaos use the word rascal often enough, but they should. It's a good word. I highly recommend using it in your day-to-day life. Like your fire a day. You know, try and use it once a day. That's my general vibe. Razor Wing Jet Fighter, only allowed one, but very expensive as you can see. 250 blue and 325 green. Look at 10, its hands doing damage to all sorts. What's going on around here? So Warpsmith, also quite a fast builder. Not only is he quite durable with his commander armor, similar to the Tech Priest Engine Seers of the Imperial Guard, but also just, you know, I mean, he just looks pretty cool, doesn't he? Look at him with his arm and such. Very nice. Space Marine with an engineering degree. Vindicator has spotted the Feral Plasma Generator, and that is going to be smashed up by the Crab Boys. Very nice. Also a slave chamber or two being attacked, which actually, if you lose those, that will scupper your ability to get more vehicles. So, very unfortunately found out here, but I suppose these were put here for vision purposes. There is the Razor Wing Jet Fighter. A mighty triumph in aerial engineering. Might seem down here that says, oh yeah, it's not good against aircrafts, buildings and vehicles, but a little bit of everything, I imagine. If it's scattery, lasery, madoodad. The Devilers really struggle against it. Much like a lot of... I mean, these aren't technically artillery, are they? But they're quasi-artillery. Which is not very good against aircraft. So they're a bit shafted, really, without anti-aircraft or vehicle stuff going on. The Hell Talon will certainly cause them an issue. But they've still got the land stuff to really deal with here. Running roughshod into the base. So maybe it might be an idea to take these Defilers and just ignore the aircraft for the moment. That's what the Vindicator is attempting to do. Beautiful shot right in the middle of these guys. It's a good chunk of damage over anyone and everyone. Mighty fine indeed. Chaos, are you spending your money? Chaos, spend your money, man! Oh, you're going into tier 3 and you're saving your money for tier 3 stuff. It's very risky. Oh, but will it function? There's a Hell Talon. So you should take care of the... or at least do a good job. Oh, never mind me. No, I think I said earlier on about the Defilers not doing a good job against the Razor Wing. Certainly did. And the Rex focusing on the HQ as opposed to Plasma Generators or Listening Post kind of wasted their time here. Could have chunked away a little bit of the economy, but not quite. So you've got money, Cookie. What do you spend it on? There's another Feral Plasma Generator for Roman 228 going over here. They've got the Venom, which is like a more robust, but not as high damagey Ravener, question mark. It's kind of like in the middle. Either one way or the other. The Hell Talon's getting taken care of. A little bit there. One unfortunate soul has been squam-bombed. And now we are seeing a Decimator. A mighty melee-based machine. A couple of slave chambers been put over here for... I assume you're putting torture things on them to reduce the enemy's morale. I don't know how I feel about that, considering that vehicles have no morale. I've all seen the Possessed Squad. Fast as you like. Also have no morale, so I don't think it's going to achieve much in the grand scheme. We've got a small, what do they call it in the Grand Prix? A pit team preparing the Razor Wing Jet Fighter as fast as they can. Going to follow up as well. A lot of fighting and such in the air and in the skies. There's as much aircraft as you possibly can. I think the Eldar, sorry, the Drukhari, running Space Elves, doing the right thing. The Possessed Squad won't do much up in the skies. Decimator as well, who is a fun little being. Actually taking a lot of that damage on the chin as he stands in that heavy cover. He's kind of squatting. He's getting his leg press in, as it were. All 4 torch slaves, only one remains. Obliterator teleports around the flanks. Getting whatever damage it can in. All goes down there. You're not sure if that was a little bit too far, too fast, too furious. But that's okay, because the possessed marines are getting a bit of economy cracking going on. The Dark Eldar having a taste of their own medicine. Again, as I say, possessed marines won't do much against the aircraft. But apparently the Decimator will. With that storm laser, which is firing multiple shots at any one given target. Also by those defilers and the mighty firepower of that Obliterator squad. It's a very... it's a nice mixture of the traditional and the unification in there. If you're ever new, or if you're playing the mod for the first time, I do highly recommend playing one of the vanilla factions and just getting used to their new stuff. It's a good introduction to the mod, I would say. Oh, there's the I do love the grotesques. Mighty fine models indeed. They're kind of like your upgraded racks, essentially. Even tougher, even more damage as well. Unrelenting in their approach. But they might relent to all this firepower coming in, to be honest. That is a lot of stuff going on. Venom goes down. And now the Possessed squad are doing what they can. There's 2 Dark Foundries. Because it takes a while to build up your Razor Wing jet fighters, so you need a second one to do anything else with. But no, infantry. You have infantry. Where is your the infantry is the racks, which are now being blasted one by one. Obliterator's throwing down their plasma type of fire. I'm going to get a replacement squad of racks. Maybe they can hold the line against the Chaos, the Possessed Marines. I don't hold much faith here. They are outnumbered 2 to 1. The reinforcement rate is pretty fast. Let's get a cold fist, if I'm reading that correctly. But you know me, I can't read very well. It's not a skill that the Lord has blessed me with. So it looked like an unstoppable march from the Forces of Chaos, but the Grotesques just being belligerent and refusing to die. Now punching the Obliterators into submission. We'll see more horrors take on the flying units. Also seeing a Mutilator squad, which is the close combat variant of the Obliterators, which is always nice to see. And the racks, actually, yeah, they've just managed to, kind of similar to the Grotesques, just outlive the Possessed Marines. Here come those muties. And the level of damage that they can bring to bear in close combat is remarkable, but where they're expecting racks and grotesques in this engagement. There's only 3 of them, but already they're just not caring whatsoever. Just punching them down. Swords for hands. Absolutely insane. Really well done, guys. There's Decimator. And he enjoys the good old punch-up. Kind of similar body morphology as the Grotesques in a way. Big shoulders, thin waists. Just like me, really. Haha. Not really. I haven't been to the gym in quite some time. I did have a good go of it over summer. Then as winter comes in, and the jumpers come on. Oh, lordy lord. Exercising is not my forte. Oh, the Discreet Stronghold. Been focused down by the Rex and the Mutilators. Where is the Warp Smith when you need him? Oh, we've got some heretics attempting to repair it, but they get shot down very quickly. However, the numbers of Grotesques and Rags are falling down pretty damn quickly. Can they get the repairing units out swiftly enough? Does not look like it. Oh dear. Do they have any more builders? They do. They've got some dudes over here. What's going to go for Primarch Alfarius? Ah yes, the HQ falling down was all part of the plan. No one saw it coming. And they've lost not only the... I think you have lost the Razor Wing. Yep, you've lost the Razor Wing. You've lost a good chunk of your fighting forces. Yes, still got plenty of money left on Urba. Though the squad cap is full. And the only way they're going to get more squad cap is by building a stronghold and building that squad cap upgrade. Ah, that's so unfortunate. So he's going to have to sit inside a demon pit for a little while before he can do anything. Mutilators there in their prime situation. Killing anything and everything in their path, although I don't think that, there we go, they've got their big helpful friend coming over. But can the Mutilators live? I know they're not being auto-reinforced. They might narrowly survive. By the hair on their chinny chin chin. Oh no, never mind. Deaded. Dead in the water. So too is this horror squad. Running as far as they can. Oh no, there's Primarch Alfarius. Now the Mutilators are dead. He's come out. He's got an ability where he can be temporarily infiltrated for a little while. At random intervals. The short king of the Primarchs. There we are. Runs forward. Grotesques. Not keen on getting too much close to him. Oh, go on, stop being infiltrated for the thumbnail. Gosh darn it. There we are. I need to stand still. Oh, well. There we go, that'll do. That'll do. We'll take that. Thumbnail might be a bit fuzzy, but I don't want to give you guys vertigo by moving my camera around too much. So one big metal man. And a person who's a little bit hard to predict. We do have a Medusa. Medusa? Medusa? Oh well. Potato, tomato. Depends on what you're reading, really. Grotesques are not too happy in the current situation. They were quite enjoying being the kings in melee for the moment, but now they have to deal with the Decimator. Oh, the old double punch! Look at him go! Ah, he knows how to box. That's such a powerful stance. Cheeky uppercut going in there. A knee to the face. Like Charles Bronson, but made of metal. Ah, just no prisoners. Grotesques are doing a good job staying alive there. Bolstered by the Ravens. Even then, they're struggling. Alfarius is taking care of all this nonsense. Now he throws a grenade in there. Seems to be doing... Oh no, for a second I thought I was doing friendly fire damage then. There he is. Stab him with your stick. At least... Is he struggling with them? Nah, he's getting them. He's just saving these two low health ones till later to make it look more impressive. He's giving them as fair a fight as humanly possible. Saying, 4 versus 1, that's almost okay. There we go. Cheeky little kills animation there. But I'm Medusa. So we didn't used to be able to see this lady on the battlefield on account of every time she turned up, she kind of just crashed the game. Look at her go. Using a Kamehameha to sort these guys out. Stab. A little flip in the air. Horror's just sat here for whatever reason. Oh, but it's on the base. Oh, there's a Raven Wing jet fighter. Right, okay. And they've got no things to build to stop him. Is he just having too much fun? Is that what's going on? He's kind of forgot what he's up to. Right, well, that's an issue. He's got money. He's not spending it. He's just kind of lost in the sauce. I mean, we've all been there. We've all been there indeed. Oh, this is a little bit anticlimactic. Got Primarch Alfarius surrounded by every man. Maybe Roman had to go to the door to grab a pizza or something. I'm not entirely sure. A bit anticlimactic, but it was fun to see some other units. I'm not recording another game, gosh darn it, because I need to go to bed. So this is the best I can do, the resources I have available at the moment. But still, good stuff all the way around. So there we go. So cheers, boys and girls, for watching at home. And if you want to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you once a game a week, and there is also Discord, where Discord things happen. Links in the description as always. As we've been Lunch, pleasure's always never short, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.